Okay, out here I hung up a basket. I had been storing, these are the sweet onions that I showed frozen before. I bought a great big bag of these, and so these are the ones that I haven't done anything with. These are just regular yellow onions, and I just started hanging these out here. It's fairly dark out here, but it is cool, and I was storing them by my potatoes, but in my research of how I'm going to store this big bag of potatoes that I've just purchased, I learned that you shouldn't keep potatoes and onions together because some kind of chemical reaction with the potatoes makes your onions go bad quicker. So onions don't necessarily need dark like potatoes do, but they do need airy and cool. So I am hanging these out here. This is my porch out here, and it is unheated, although you know it's open to the house. It's warm out here. It just is not heated, so it will be a nice cool spot for my onions. Okay, here is the bag of potatoes that I purchased. This is a 50-pound bag of potatoes. They're russet potatoes. They're unwashed, and I think they're, well, I don't think, I know. They must be like seconds, because this potato wouldn't make it, you know, to the regular grocery store necessarily in the bags of potatoes you buy there. But most of them are really beautiful potatoes. They're awesome. I made some cream of potato soup, a big batch of that, and froze 2 batches, and we ate potato soup for a couple days. So I'm working on where I'm going to keep all these potatoes. Right now I'm keeping them in the garage because it's cool out here, yet warm enough out here. As we get further into fall and winter here in Minnesota, it'll be way too cold out here. They would just freeze. So I do have to find somewhere in the house. If you guys got any good ideas, I don't really have an ideal spot, dark, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. $8.95 for 50 pounds of potatoes. I didn't think I would go wrong even if they spoiled. I'm also going to boil and freeze some of these potatoes, just like I did with the onions and the carrots and the celery. I'm gonna do that with the potatoes as well. And that way you'll have a few extra potatoes to add to a sauce or make mashed potatoes or fry them up, whatever. I'm going to try that as well. So there's the potatoes. Okay, down here in my basement, you can hear the furnace roaring. I have this pantry. This actually used to be in my in-laws' kitchen, and when they remodeled, they gave it to us, so it was kind of perfect. So in here I keep more bulk items. There's more raisins, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, I keep those. You know, these are not too bad for instant mashed potatoes. You doctor them up a little bit, and you know, with some garlic and butter, and really not too bad. I've passed them, got them by my family where they didn't really know they were instant. Olives and mushrooms and extra dressings and ketchup and you know, all these items. Kleenex. Here's my bulk oil. My bulk, there's vinegar, olive oil, regular oil. Get down to the bottom, I have light bulbs. Yes, I'm keeping regular light bulbs, and I'm buying them by the case. I have extra Reynolds wrap, and on top I have toothpastes and you know, all of that. So I can buy in bulk, and I have somewhere to store it. My little cups, my paper plates, extra oil. So that's all in here. In this bin next to the freezer, I keep rice. That's 25 pounds of rice. I have lots of rice right now. So I buy these great big things of crackers. There's extra cereal, there's more rice, there's regular flour, there's sugar. Those types of items I keep in here. And then over here, I keep paper towels, toilet paper. I think I'm going to put the Kleenex up here because I just kind of rearranged this over here, so I think I can move the Kleenex. So I keep all of this stuff over here. And yeah, I think I'd be set for a while if I got stuck out here. Hey, it can happen, you know. It has happened. So, and then in the freezer, of course, my husband's a hunter and a fisherman, and we have venison, and we have fish, and we have pheasants, and we buy beef. And oh, another thing that I do, here's another bag of those peas. Where the heck did I just go with that? I just bought, here's a big bag of, oh here, I just bought these huge chuck roasts that I got them on a reduced quick sale, you know, where they take, I don't know, 70 cents off a pound. Oh, this is hamburger. My point here was, I have a vacuum packer. Here we go. Here's those chuck roasts. So I cut the chuck roast. I got them instead of $20, they were $17. And I cut them up and I'm going to make 3 meals out of that. We already had 1 meal. So keep a lot of, you know, beef and stuff that we buy in there. So part of the trick of being able to keep all this food, of course, is to have somewhere to store it. So if you have a place where you think you can set things up, when I first started doing this, I was keeping it under my steps. And then when my in-laws had this available, of course we took this and we put this in, and that took up, you know, most of what we needed. So to wrap it up, I guess the reason I do this is A, to save money, B, to have less waste, you know, as I use those vegetables up and I vacuum pack that meat. And we used to throw a lot of frozen food away just because it got freezer burned. And, you know, if we get snowed in, but also, you know, like on a cold winter day, I can grab just about any recipe and I have the things available to make it or have the substitutes for it. So it's nice to, you know, be able to just on a whim try a new recipe. So I like to do that too. Also be prepared for, you know, bad weather, disasters. I live very close to the Mississippi River, and of course, you know, that thing's been flooding quite a bit over the last 3 years. My house isn't necessarily under threat of flood, but if the cities around me go under, that would greatly affect, you know, how I could function out here. So give it a try. If you got any questions, let me know. Again, I will leave the link down below of the food storage site where I got kind of started with all my information. She has some great stuff. So give it a try. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.